Thanks for the introduction, Marilyn. It's my pleasure to join you today wearing one of my many hats. Today I'm joining you as Lieutenant Andrew Melchers of the Rockford Rifles, and some of you might know me as Rotarian as well with the noon hour or the morning club. So anyways, the Rockford Rifles, they were formed in 1875 officially, and they've always been a militia regiment. So what that means is they're part-time citizen soldiers. So everyone in the regiment, they have some kind of civilian job, they have a family, they're members of the community. So as you can imagine, with the start of the Second World War, all these people would put their lives on hold to sign up and go overseas. So right at the onset of the Second World War, the Rockford Rifles knew that they weren't going to get deployed as a regiment. So all their members enlisted into other regiments, other trades, some of the Air Force, artillery, and some of the other infantry battalions. And that was right off the start. So over the years, the Rockford Rifles were mostly doing training and war bonds and providing domestic security in the area. You'll see in the photos, I'm just playing photos, you can look at them and I'll try to explain kind of what's going on in most of these photos. So photos of the aerial shots, that's the officer training camp that was just north of the armory. It's now a subdivision, and you can see most of the housing has switched into post-war housing. But at the time, there was a big training camp there with temporary buildings, and that's where they trained most of the officers that went overseas. Also, the Rockford Rifles did a lot of fundraising and victory bonds. So they did a lot of stunts, and one of them was obviously parades through downtown Rockville, but they also did a mock invasion of Rockville where they pretended that the Germans took over Rockville and that they were fighting the enemy back. So you'll see, this is a photo of that there. You'll see there's the newspaper article, but you'll see pictures of soldiers at the tunnel, and they got weapons and stuff like that, and they're down at Block Island doing the mock invasion. And obviously they did a lot of parades. And one of the more interesting things that a lot of people don't know about, I guess Bruce knows, but the Rockford Rifles, since we were deploying as a regiment, we got the opportunity to form a company. A company is about 100 soldiers, and they joined with the Stormont, Dundas, and Legendary Highlanders to go overseas as a smaller unit, so not as a regiment, but as a company. So we did send a formed body overseas. The SCNGs, they served in the European theater, and they landed at D-Day. They weren't part of the first wave of assault. They were the reserve force, so they landed after the beachhead was secure, and they continued to fight on to objectives after D-Day. And the fighting after Juno Beach and D-Day was very hard. There was still a lot of enemy resistance all the way through France, and they sustained a lot of casualties. So local people would have fought right after the beachhead landing in D-Day. And then so also kind of the last tasking the Rockford Rifles had during the Second World War was there was a huge threat from South America kind of forming an alliance with the Axis. So the Caribbean was obviously a lot of it was under British control, and they were really worried about those colonies getting invaded. So the Rockford Rifles, they got deployed to Jamaica for 3 years, and they provided domestic security in the Jamaican area. They actually suffered 2 casualties, and when training actually a water bomb went off, and they were practicing that in the war. So that's kind of my quick history of what the Rockford Rifles did during the Second World War. I'm obviously not a historian, I'm an engineer. So I was thinking it might be nice to invite other Rotarians to speak maybe about their relatives or their experiences with people with their family during the Second World War. Does anyone want to talk and kind of tell their family story?
Can we ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Why and how did you involve in Rockford?
So when I joined when I was 17. I started paperwork when I turned 16. You can join at 16. And originally, I wanted to join the reserves because I was interested in going to RMC. And after my basic training, I kind of decided maybe I better not go to RMC. I didn't like it that much. I liked it, but not that much. And the reserves offer a good kind of middle ground, right? Like I don't have to be like a full grunt and told where to sleep and told what to do. As a citizen soldier, I can kind of maintain my career as an engineer as well as serve my country. The best part about being, now that I've started my own company, the best part of that is I can do stuff like this because I don't have a boss to answer to anymore. And also, last spring during the floods, I was able to deploy to Ottawa for 2 weeks and kind of, I just brought my laptop with me and worked on my downtime. But so I got to deploy to Ottawa and do some sandbagging. So I attribute a lot of my success as an entrepreneur to the reserves, just because it teaches you, mental resilience, how to get orders, push your limits and that sort of thing, as well as being able to see the big picture and maintain objectives and goals. I think that's good. Any other questions?
How to take orders?
How to take orders, yeah. So that's definitely part of it. That's what.
Are you still getting youth from the city into the reserve, like into Bronco Rifles and reserves?
Yeah, so we are still actively recruiting. The Rifles have a unique kind of environment where we've never been able to hit our cap. So we're always looking for people. Like we can never find enough. We're finding targeting the high school student maybe isn't the best realm for us, just because they're there. Like they join at 16 or 17, and they're there for 2 years, and then they're gone to never come back. So they'll go away to the university in Ottawa. So we're kind of looking more for professional citizen soldiers, people that are within the community, want to stay a long time. The big reason for that is obviously there's a big rank structure in the Rockford Rifles. So, if you're only there for 2 years, you're making the rank maybe private, and we don't have any sergeants, warrants, and the upper ranks. When I joined, so I moved away to go to school in Ottawa, and then I came back and rejoined the regiment. I joined it as an officer, and I'm the first lieutenant they've trained in about 10 years. They just can't maintain people around my age within the regiment, and which I think is too bad because I get a lot out of it. Our officers mess dinner, I get to speak to the MP, the MVP, the mayor, all in one go. So it's got a lot of benefits in that sense, and plus, the professional development I find is really valuable in regiments.
What age is the limit?
With the upper age?
Yeah, for me that.
Yeah, I think that you can join up to 57. They want you to be trained in 4 years and then serve at least 4 years, so that would be 65. Yeah. So you can join at 57 if you want. There are people out there, you see it? There are people out there that, we had a guy who joined in his 40s and he's a trained private now and absolutely loves it. So it is for everybody. Like I said, the great thing about the reserves is you don't have to get posted to Petawawa or Trenton. You got to stay in Rockville. If you want to work full time in the Area Reserve, that's very possible. But you also can just do part-time work like I do. So that's Thursdays and random weekends. So last weekend I was actually away on a live fire training exercise, and it was Friday to Sunday. I got home late last night. Back to work today.
In the late 60s, I was working at University of Windsor, and one of the profs I was working for, he heard I was moving to Brockville, and he had done his training during the 40s, and he asked me, was the New York restaurant still here?
Probably really close.
Which I could still say, but he said that was just the best place, So it was kind of funny how things turned out.
Yeah. Well, I tried to include photos that kind of show what Rockville was like during the Second World War. So you might see a picture of New York restaurant. I don't know if there's one up there.
You do have one of the small army wartime homes that were built after the war. It's up in the subdivision of Foreman Street.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah. So here's also training here. They're really kind of temporary wooden buildings, and then maybe after the war they started looking
You
at
had to have served your country, and had 2 kids to get one of those wartime homes.
Oh, wow.
Back in the 40s. Late 40s.
Oh, okay.
That's the big.
Oh, wow. Yeah, was there any other questions?
About 25 years ago, I visited Jamaica and took the tour around the island and over the top. Anyway, more or less on the north side, I came across where the regiments had been stationed, and the crest of the Rockville Rifles, amongst others, is on the back wall of the parade square.
Yeah, the cap badge is actually in a few places in Jamaica. So it's actually at the top of Blue Mountain, which is the highest point in Jamaica. Our cap badge is in a little concrete pedestal. So if you ever do that hike, you can go look at it. The two soldiers that were killed in Jamaica, their graves are actually in a Jamaican cemetery, and it is not recognized as a wartime cemetery, unfortunately, so the graves have gone under a little bit of disrepair. But the previous commanding officer, he went to Jamaica and saw this, and so he works for the National Defense Headquarters, and he's actually working to get funding to restore that graveyard a little bit with the two soldiers for Rockville. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of tragic but interesting as well that there's a little bit of effort there to get those graves fixed up.
So I'm a mommy of two guys that are in your unit, Ethan and Kyle Johnson.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You're welcome. But I just wondered, I don't know if they told me if I asked them, they weren't sure. What are the numbers now?
We're sitting around about 100, but that's like all ranks everywhere kind of thing.
Yeah.
So about 20 of them are probably posted out about 12 different bases on full-time tasking. A typical parade night usually have about 30 people there. So which is not exactly the strength you want to be at. So I'm a platoon commander. I'm usually looking to command around 45 people, and we're not quite at that number. On the exercise last weekend, we had 20 soldiers out, and we combined ranks with the Princess of Wales Regiment of Kingston and the Hastings and Prince Edward Regiment out of Belleville over area. And with those three regiments, we were able to field about 50 soldiers. So the numbers are way down. It's not an easy lifestyle. I don't think like the younger generation quite has the they don't want it, put themselves in these austere conditions. But like I said, I get a lot of that. I remember actually, so everyone knows Brent Platt, right? So I used to be a summer student for him, and so my first 2 summers after the army, I did army stuff. It was brutal all summer long. Like you're hot, you're tired, you're cold, you're wet. And then one summer I decided, I need to get a little bit of professional experience on my career when I graduate. So I started working for Brent. And I think it was testing because on my first day on the job, we did this giant 100-acre farm, but it was all swampland. And so, the first day, jumping in the swamp, and just doing the work, whatever, I didn't care. And I was kind of had a smile on my face, and my party chief was like, most people would crack if this was their first day. They would hate this. And I was like, why? I got to go home at 5 o'clock and have a shower. If this was last summer, I'd be sleeping in the swamp. And then working at the next day. So it gives you that kind of perspective of, what is actually hard in life, So.
And just one other thing, what's the financial situation now? Is it pretty good, or is it?
Yeah, I don't think we could always need more money,
Yeah.
but because we're a small regiment, we kind of get allocated the same as the big regiments in a sense.
Yeah.
And so, we always have room for funding. Like I said, we can always boost our numbers more, and then maybe when we have our full complement of soldiers we're looking for, then maybe we have other problems. But we never really. The main issue with the Rock Rifles is staffing, not budget, I would say. So if you know people that are kind of interested in the army but don't really want to go all in like myself, then it's a great, a great side career, I would say. And I enjoy it. Like I said last weekend, I was out on training and I was nowhere near my computer or my phone, and it was great. I was outside in the wilderness. We slept and woke up with snow on us. This was in Patagonia, so Tim said it's coming. But it was a little bit cold. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was different. It wasn't sitting in front of a computer like my job. So anyway.
I'll ask Mark to thank you on behalf of.
Do we have a look at that, by the way? Perfect. So you probably know the deal on this one.
I do, yeah.
We're going to give the book and take it back. Thank you so much. It was very interesting. And I was going to say something too, because it's the anniversary when my dad died actually today, and he was a soldier for the Polish Army, and he was actually a prisoner of war for 5 years. And so we grew up. Now he was very lucky though, because he was in a prisoner camp that actually was a model camp. It's very interesting. Got online and checked out about this place called Murnau, and it was in Germany. And it was a model camp that basically the Germans wanted to show the rest of the world this is how we treat our soldiers. And ironically, so he was very fortunate because they were academics, and he was an officer in the Polish Army, and so he was there for 5 years. And they had an orchestra. It's the weirdest thing when you go online and check this out. And anyways, but he came back and met my mother in Montreal, and she was from a Polish family. And he always said, geez, 5 years of my life taken away from me. But he was one of those guys who would always talk about the war. He